Hello everyone! Welcome back to more Rogue Trader. When we left off, we were fighting our way out of Comorra. And let me say, boy, I'm not going to miss this place. Now, before we begin properly playing, I'm going to do something controversial, let's say. And by controversial I mean I'm going to use a mod to fix a bug. So it turns out that Pascal's unholy flesh thing can and should have been removed by now. By all accounts, it shouldn't be here. It should not be on his character. It should have been fixed a while ago. The only reason it's still on him at all is apparently because of a bug. What I should have done is I should have found Pascal and taken him with me to fight the Time Stealer monster, the Chonos. I didn't do that because I missed him. But when I got him after that fact, I should have been able to take him to the Flesh Crafter, and they should have been able to remove this unholy flesh trade. They couldn't. They didn't. And that's a problem because it's not supposed to be there, you know? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Toy Box, which is a cheat mod that allows me to do a lot of things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove his debuff. Now this is going to be interesting because I don't know how necessarily. I don't know how this thing works. Let's see. Party. Unholy flesh. Remove. There. He's cured. Now technically that would require me to get rid of, like, an old lump of meat, but I'm pretty sure I got an old lump of meat somewhere, and if I don't, well, I wasn't really using them all anyway. Yeah, I'm sure. Technically this isn't, like, balanced or right or whatever. Who cares? Actually. Oh, I do have this gladiator's healing I should use
Fate and fortune favor
someone.
The bold.
No, wait, what the hell is going on with you, Irilette? She's been corrupted by the warp. Her flesh has become twisted.
System shutdown is premature.
You are in the your technology.
That was quite unnecessary.
But I am grateful.
Oh well, it's not like I don't have enough of those.
Not your soul. Take this and stay out of my way.
Increase.
I've only got 14 of those. Effectively removes traumas. Wait, what? Oh, that removes traumas. Okay. And I've got like an infinite supply of those.
Ready for data input. Flesh is weak.
I must.
System
Thank you.
shutdown is premature.
Well, this isn't the most efficient, but like,
Took you long enough.
You interrupted my thoughts. You better hone your skills.
I'll take it from here.
Take this and stay out of my way.
Took you long enough.
Okay, that's just not fixing that, so whatever, we'll just leave. Whoa. I know we go through hell all the time, but this place is a pretty clear picture of hell, isn't it? I need more melt shot. Yeah.
My success was inevitable. None are better at searching.
Let's see. Armor of Despair. Avenger Tactical Gauntlet. That would be pretty good on Mr. Paraman himself, Ablad. A non-attack ability. That would also have been quite good on him. And let me get another shot. Oh, that's all pretty nice. Two pilots are already disarmed and under guard by your companions. They give you a haunted look as you approach, but do not dare say anything. You take a glance at the Xenos boat. Sure, its design in certain parts appear bizarre, but you can still guess their purpose. You could probably steer it. I can steer a gondola, Lantark. We do not need these. Leave all you can. Irlet, take the helm. I was kept Irlet's cold gaze, exchange glances, and take off running without saying a word. The gondola is yours. No need to take unnecessary risks. I trust her. I definitely trust her to not crash this thing. Every single time I start stream, I'm like, oh, I got a buzz. Is that someone actually interested in talking to me? No. It's just the alert saying you're streaming. For some reason, they have to email you every time you start streaming. I know I'm streaming. I'm the one who streams. That's also come rogue. Likes make you dizzy and nauseous. Actually, it's nauseated. Ah, Heinrichs, Abelard, so nice of you to join us. The gargantuan spire is too large to see in its entirety. Its true proportions are shrouded in shadows, and you feel as if those shadows try and envelop and swallow you whenever you look away. Running savagely, Ulfar says with disguised joy,
I smell blood in the air, blood that is about to be spilt. I hear the echoes of clashing swords and the terrified screams of Xenos writhing under our heel. Oh, Father, what a marvelous feast you've prepared for me.
The colours here are especially dark and dangerous. It's as if I am drowning in the bottomless ocean of billowing haze. What is it? I feel a faint tremor coming from deep inside the spire, like the call of the Immaterium, except much purer.
The spire of the Reaping Tempest, the seat of my cabal, both a place to find respite from the scheming of our enemies, and a deadly trap for those too weak and soft for our ranks.
Mazrak tilts his head and glances.
The heart of the spire contains a secret, an ancient webway gate that has remained sealed for many, many eons. Inras kept it in case Vect's news happened to tighten around the cabal's neck. No one save her and a certain other cableite knows where exactly in real space the gate leads. The perfect escape route. I can open it for you.
How do you know how to unseal the gate? I find such deep trust between the two Drakari too good to be true.
Trust? How unreliable. No, I simply abducted and tortured the cableite who was privy to the secret. There is even a chance that Imras believed the story about the pathetic weakling running off.
Let's settle them. Let's get out of this hole.
You cannot wait to leave Komara, and I cannot wait to pay my sister a visit. Sure, she is somewhere nearby. I have a desire. Before we leave the spire, there is something I want to pick up. Something memorable. I left it in the Cabal's abode. I do not want it to fall in the hands of others when carried eaters and looters flood the spire after we are gone. There could be something in it for you.
Fine, just point out where this property of yours is.
Of course. First we need to find my raider. Most likely at the end of the dock outside the spire. Let's go to the entrance terrace before we enter the spire.
And Lantark. Miranda touches the glowing stone in her chest and turns her aching gaze to the spire. Her face is burdened with a strange expression, as if a roaring torrent of sadness, fear, and rage is about to erupt. My kin from Kruderak are still there. I can sense it, as I can sense the flames of their souls inexorably going out. Fury and fear are devouring me from the inside out, and I do not know what frightens me more, the grim answers that hide behind the spire's walls, or the scars that my heart will bear once I discover them. Yet, I must learn the truth about my world. Perhaps, though the outcast finds her path again. Come along. When we find the Farseers, you will have all your answers. You speak the truth, Alantark. Let us be on our way. We will tear their lives from the clutches of the insatiable cousin. She turns her face to you, and, despite her tense expression, you see the corners of her mouth twitch. I find myself wondering if a single Farseer, gazing in the hazy visions of things yet to come, ever glimpsed the future where the key to their salvation stemmed from the duo of a monkey and an outcast. As for the webway gate that the Arbenian mentioned, for it to open before you and let you enter the webway, we would require help from one of our kind. I could try to open the gates, but if I do that, I will need a certain construct, a resonance device. The master of this place must keep it close at hand. If you wish to use my knowledge and open the path out to Komara for us to find this item, without it, I'm powerless to make the webway allow us entry to its labyrinth. Irelite, what is the plan to find your kin? Farseers are not easy captives to keep. Whatever the Dark Ones are using to repress my kin's powers, those tools will be noticeable. We'll find a way to use them. Marazai, what should we expect to find inside the spire? Giblites? Witches? Incubi? At your mess's side. That is all. Let us go. The spire of the reaving tempest welcomes you, muffled noises seeping from its dark walls, distant voices, footsteps, and screams of pain.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I sure would like the camera to pan over to where it's doing. Marazai lightly leaps from the edge of the platform into the raider and begins inspecting it from the inside. You hear clicking and hissing as the Drukhari opens and closes various hidden caches in Skycraft's hull, accompanied by muttered Xenos cursing. After a minute, Marazai bolts upright and freezes, clearly wrestling with his own irritation. A moment later, he cranes his neck to look down into the abyss beneath his feet. Come here, Dolly. Take a look at this view. Strange suggestion, why would I want to do that? Marazai gives you an enigmatic look, a smile slowly creeping across on his face. Komara is the greatest thing ever created by an intelligent race. Surely you wish to see as it is meant to be seen, to behold in all its magnificent detail. Do not trust. I do not need your trust, Dolly. I'm offering you a chance to learn something. Alright, alright. Irelite, if I fall, take him out. As it yawns endlessly below, the cyclopean spires of Komara are piercing upwards out of the gloom. The details of these vast structures are hidden by the hazy gloaming, the many lights on the spire's terraces, which resemble marsh gas, are all that bring colour to this bleak and awe-inspiring vista. The towering height takes your breath away and you almost swoon, and the gentle shove at your back makes you lose your balance. The moment stretches into an eternity. Your firm footing is swept out from under you, your heart stops beating entirely. The chasm below seems to rush upward toward you, ready to swallow you whole. And then clawed fingers close around your wrist, halting your fall, but holding you suspended over the abyss. Marazai's laughter rings a dark blow when he finally tugs you back into the... Terror! Unbridled, exquisite terror! Far more bite to it than the stale, predictable pain of torture victims. That burning in your chest, that tearing in your mouth. Can you feel the blood roaring in your veins? Your heart battering out a march of triumph? Life becomes more vivid when death can come at any moment, Dolly. I will continue to remind you. Not giving you a chance to respond, Marazai steps over the raider and returns to the platform. The temple's cablites have already picked the raider clean. That means that what I see must be hidden somewhere in the spire. I think it's in the torture chamber. Once inside, we must proceed through the first chambers directly ahead and turn, then left again. Come, I intend to claim what is. Oh, he is such a bloody tease.
Well, what do we have here? Is there money to be made?
I love him. I love him, Your Honor. I'm actually in love with this stupid idiot. If I step over there, you're going to push me over the cliff. Right, I am. Let's go the long way round.
The Yet Father keeps an inhuman
What's the labyrinth?
fight
Looks
for
like a death
her.
trap. Probably Kratos.
She should keep you on a leash, Xeno scum, so you do not forget your place.
I am not a prisoner doomed to fight for my captor. Unlike you, you bloodthirsty half-beast.
Hello, darlings.
I always get the job done. Just as I planned.
Could have the level up sound every time, because like some of party members have leveled up without it. Without being in a party.
My warp sight reveals something.
How much of this is your warp sight and how much of this is like
I will lead us to fortune.
just you having 3 eyes?
Success is the only outcome I accept. I always keep my options open.
All this for like a single trade item. I didn't realize the reaping tempest was so short on funds. Connect the platforms. This seems like a good idea. Oh, back there. Cool. Let's go there then.
I always have a backup plan.
What is that?
That's how it's done.
Oh, load it in before the rest. Desolation Blast Pistol. A dark light blast. Every hit inflicts melting. Oh, that sounds wonderful. And a sharpshooter rifle. Hold on. Is that actually fire? Did I shield deal more damage? Honestly, no. Well, It does do a lot more damage than my needle rifle, but the needle rifle is mostly designed to just pepper enemies. I'm not a sniper. I'll take it. Because it looks good. Marizai strides among the mysteriously nosed devices and presses his palm to one of the strange pieces resembling a pedestal. With a hiss, one of the sides suddenly opens like an airlock. The Drakari begins to examine the contents of the container, the thuds and clangs of objects being moved around ring harshly in the otherwise silent space. Meanwhile, your eyes are involuntarily drawn to the peculiar device that fills the room. After the anatomical opera, you have not the slightest doubt about the purpose of the devices around you. You think you have seen some of them before, in Homunculus's laboratory. Others are even more obscure in their design. The gleaming needles, cutting blades, and tubes and flasks filled with revolting liquids give a clear indication of the horrors that can wreak upon the body. I do not need to be a farseer to feel the pain permeating this very being. You feel pain, cousin? Marizai doesn't even turn around to look at you with patient is clearly born fruit. As you gaze upon the machine's strange articulations, the tubes that end in sharp-tipped needles and the instruments of the most bizarre shapes, you begin to have the slight suspicion about what these devices do to their victims. Chemical injections, dismemberment, mental torment. For a moment, your stomach turns at the thought of what meant to be subject to these. A chamber of satiation. The guy turns to you, holding something in his hands. A place of reflection and pleasure. This is where racks do their tinkering, working on new captives in anticipation of a hungry cable-light who will appreciate their artistry. If Devantius' servants were here, I could shoot more, darling. Marizai chuckles as if he was making a joke, and his eyes are burning embers. For instance,
how to skin a monkey without killing it, or how to turn an Eldari into material for a charming trinket that will delight you for the rest of your life. But alas, another. Your interest pleases me. Here, take this. Consider it a reward for your diligence. Here's 2 grenades. The chambers in the heart of the spire, not far from the Weber Gate. Perhaps there I'll find this order. Necessary.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Medicaid
Just as I
7.
planned.
Forces dismembered and reassembled, apparently while still alive. Typical. Nothing surprises me anymore in this damnable place. Just assume the worst and you're right. Hey Dolly, hi! Welcome. I'm trying to remember if you're a first. If a motherfly, you probably are. I don't know.
Rise to the top.
I'm simply
or
so
get
popular I
left in
can't
the
remember all my
dust.
viewers. You've got to understand. I think we've accidentally progressed in the direction we were supposed to, which is obviously
For my sharp senses.
not what we want to do. We want to go back and loot. Especially down here.
Keep your wits about
Hi,
you.
how are you?
And I see you found the soundboard. Good, good. Every day I'm pleased that I managed to set it up.
Success
I need to do
is the
more of
only
it.
outcome I accept. That's
Oh,
how
good,
it's
because I
done.
need to like write down like a notes on like what terrible, horrible, wonderful ideas I've come up with for it. Because I'll be like sitting around doing nothing and I'll be like, I just thought of something great for the soundboard and then I'll not remember it later and I'm sitting down here and it's like, take stream. I need to wear this. Hello. A death trap in Komara? Wow, could you imagine?
Is there
Just,
money
like,
to be made?
sneakily evade that.
Grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Okay. It feels like being a demolitions expert today.
I have a nose for profit.
I do.
And a taste for adventure.
How are you?
Just
I'm
as I
doing all
planned.
right. I've been itching to finish off this section of the game. I just enjoy playing this game. I enjoy streaming the game too. It's always so fun getting relentlessly bullied by strangers from all over the world for my terrible opinions on Warhammer. Although maybe it's more like my terrible opinions on like... whatever. Thick stack of pages made of a strange material. It's skin parchment. You really need to say it. We're in Komara. It's skin parchment. Has been hastily tied up with a coarse piece of string. The pages are covered in sharp, uneven handwriting with brown stains on them. Goal: several-fold increase in veil energy. Note: enhancing the veil connection will require merging the minds of 4 specimens. Oh dear. 4 individuals. 2 male and 2 female, selected from among Kudarak Farsias. Aside from their veil connection, the specimens have no common traits. The merging process is expected to be fascinatingly painful. Stage 1. Parts of the Eldari placed inside the thorax of the 4th, the most resilient among them. Redundant original heart removed. Other internal organs preserved. Specimens conscious throughout the surgery. Despite the blockers, the partial brain transplants were accompanied by several energy discharges, resulting in equipment damage. Potentially amazing. The integrated subject was punished by an intramuscular injection of acidic solution that erodes soft tissue from the inside. Subject stable and controllable, undergoing significant physical and psycho-emotional distress as the Eldari minds are becoming aware of the situation. The energy discharge is increased every time the blockers are eased or pain receptors are directly stimulated, confirming expected result. In order to intensify the pain experience, the subject will be nourished by essences of its own torture. Ooh, that's good. The Eldari consciousnesses are trying to consume one another, perhaps in order to lower the net pain awareness. Curious. The subjects must continue to be saturated with this autogenic agony. That is like a tranquilizer injection. Note, it enhances the subject's physical suffering with internal bone tissue degradation. Not charming. Boy, I hope this means we don't have to deal with, like, a Gestalt Farseer. That would be horrible. At least if Gestalt Farseer on their side. If it's Gestalt Farseer that's just existing, well, that would still be horrible. If they're on our side, that's awesome. Etan, my son. The Eldari Farseer's tortured body is barely moving. You've seen abject creatures like this before, stitched together from several bodies, their miserable existence serves but to satisfy their homunculus master's morbid interest and perversions of the flesh. And yet, this one is not like the others. A twin face stitched together from parts of several male and female Eldari turns its unseen gaze toward you. Its eyes have been crudely sewn shut. Overcome, my son. A woman's ghostly whisper escapes the cut-up lips, using blood and pus. Hold the line, don't let the corruption spread further. A commanding voice shouts. A commanding shout comes, with a cough, from inside the ripped-open thorax, where 3 hearts are beating inside a single ribcage. Prison bone. I finished the statue, master. A fleeting, satisfied expression passes over the stitched face as a suave young voice interrupts the like shouting. We are united in the shadow of the great tree, sister. Like Caleb Cain claims a heart. We listening to discern yet another voice, soft and profound. Oh, Isha, mother of all life. May your blessing protect the children of Asiran from abominations of bodily and spiritual torture. Rodari's hand twitches, he reaches for a weapon. Are you? Mikhail, ever since finding Craftworld, I took upon myself the duty to care and recruit our children, my own son. All my capability, I'll get to your fatherhood. The day came, bloodied his hands again, with our blood and others. Blood, accept your fears, to tame your anger. The beauty of youthful laughter sounds entirely out of place in this dark place. Anatha, my love, I dedicate my last statue to you. Don't cry. My path of sculptor may be at its end, but I have a different path ahead of me. With me. Today we mourn those who have lost their sons and daughters, brothers and parents and love. I doubt they can hear you. The homunculus experiments with more than their bodies. Their minds and souls have been remolded into something wrong. All this is wrong. It must not be. There is usually calm voices trembling, either with anger or fear. Boy, for a second I thought I failed at 97%. I was gonna be like, are you for real? Besides the meticulously sutured limbs, the twin face with all eyes sewn shut, and a dissected thorax, you notice the faint gleam of steel strips soldered into the creature's neck, hands, and shins. The strange energy they emit reminds you of the technology behind the psi shackles used to restrain psychers in the Imperium. Oh, I am not removing those. That will explode and take out half the bloody spire. I know you there, Atreus, Cassifru, Modril, Doraine. Answer my call and the call of your sister. Monstrosity takes his time as it turns its twin face, on which every eye has been sewn shut, towards you and slowly opens its female lips. A coarse Eldari voice breaks momentary silence. What is this? A monkey dares to speak to a Farseer? A whisper from male lips interrupts. Hurts. Us, please. The young voice shouts out both the monstrosity's mouths, and you can hear the 3 hearts beat fast and creature. Daughter of Asteron who's walked the path of the outcast. Mercy, grant us mercy. I came here hoping to find answers to my questions, but what do I see? Only the pain and suffering those I failed to save. So I abandoned one. Your presence on Krudarar could have hardly changed anything. You'd most likely be dead by now. I cannot know that. No one can. Bella shakes her head in sadness and turns to gaze motionless monstrosity. What am I to do with them, Alantark? And ask for mercy. Granted. Bella winces, then draws her weapon with resolve. You're right, Alantark. After everything that happened, I have no right to leave him like this. The shadow of she who thirsts is creeping ever closer upon their already twisted souls, but I will not allow her to devour what's left of them. More things.
Let
Watch
us
your
not
steps.
dawdle. Success is the only outcome I accept. That's how it's done.
Oh, delightful. Why do I keep saying that like it's a surprise to me? Alandari's body is floating in a murky glass vat filled with acrid acidic sludge. What is Cogitator's changing regions anything to go by? Alandari's still alive, or at any rate not quite dead. That body belongs to a Farseer. I sense dormant energy coming from an exhausted mind. You must set him free, Alandar. Another part of the insane homunculus' creation design for cool experiments. The vat is part of a larger mechanism, which has a small mechanical dashboard built into its casing. You are, however, unfamiliar with the symbols on it. The thick tubes that deliver suspicious-looking liquid straight into the vitreous depths of the mechanism disappear into an inexplicably soothed casing. The glass itself seems quite brittle, though. Odd. These symbols are unfamiliar to me. I suppose the homunculus is using a special code so no overly curious assistants can hamper the experimentation. We'll press every button until the mechanism opens. Pascal, can you figure it out? I recommend simply breaking it.
I could give that device without laying a finger on the vile work of Xenos. These the priest knows how to do with inhuman machinery. Well out of my own heart.
Oh, well, alright, let's smash it then. Careful, watch your step, can you hear me? Eldari is completely disoriented. His wandering gaze shifts between you and Irilet, then returns to the vat from where he was just met. Purposes to comply? Yes. I Pinio's the light master. Oh my lord, what did the madman do to him? Remember who you are and where you came from. Remember the taste of pain, and the smell of pain, and the colour of pain too. You are the one who dreams ought to come to pass and what yet lies in the haze ahead. A Farseer from a craft world. That's what happened to Kruderak. Farseer stares at hand surprised, ignoring Irilet's question. Every finger in place? Why? The first one going for pain and pleasure. The second one disappears and it's time for humility. The third... What was the third? Lantark, I do not think he is going to tell us anything about you. Unless you can answer my questions. Adium clutches. Been here many times. Birth, healing, vision, future? What is the point of a town life when you bring suffering? He has come with us, Lantark. I'm not let you abandon me here. I need him. Without waiting for Irilet to finish his sentence, Farseer suddenly turns his head toward her. For the first time, his gaze is clear and focused. Child, you returned to us at a dark hour. No! Irilet leans over the Eldari's bodied head, but his eyes are wide open, his chest no longer rising forth from his squashed breath. He was aware. He remembered me, Lantark, and suddenly he was dead. What kind of curse hoards Kruderak's children within these walls? No, I refuse to believe there is no one else left. Do you understand? I cannot let the serpent in my soul devour my already fading hope. My hope of finding out the truth of what happened to Kruderak. There's no giving up now. After the lengths I've gone in order to get here, we'll find out the fastest. I'll do everything in my power I can. Yeah, it's just a list of the different tortures performed on them. Fair enough. Is this not where we've been before? No, please, take your time walking here. It's not like we've got anything else going on. Oh, Marak. What a strange feeling. Linda clutches her head and her eyes dart around the torch chamber. Adam and Shakeen take my... Placed on the grimstone pedestal in front of you is an intricate game board, broadly similar to the one Redside players use. Miniature figures of figurines Yukari and El Sirani, skillfully fashioned out of onyx and wraithbone, are frozen in elegant poses opposite each other. Several of them are toppled, and for a moment you think you see fresh blood running from under the game pieces down the small grooves carving the board. I do not like the look of this. You know, stares at the game board, stunned. Words never reached her as sensitive as they are. Quiet, please, stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become a spirit on the wind, not for the light of a million stars. Explain myself. Like, what is going on? I left Kudarak because it was my path. Is that not what you have been teaching us from birth until the final moments of our lives? I can hear it very well, the mournful lament of our brothers and sisters tortured to death in this room. I prefer not to hear, but I cannot. As clearly as I hear the melody of your soul's torment. There's no need to blame me for what happened to you. You're not clenched the jaw and seem to stop breathing entirely. Look at me, Earlet. I'm by your side. Everything is all right. Alontark? Earlet focuses her gaze and clasps the spirit stone on her chest. If you could only hear the pleas and her curses, my heart shatters into 1,000 pieces at mere sight of this tormented soul. But her words lash my mind more painfully, more ruthlessly than the three-tailed wood torments its victim's flesh. The Dark Ones possess the cursed gift of inventiveness in torture, and subject their victims to the worst horrors a mortal mind can conceive of. In their torture, they go far beyond the limits of the possible and the permissible. Look closer. These pieces and this board designed for games that intrigue the mind were fashioned from the flesh and blood of one of our Farseers. Her immortal soul remains forever connected. Looks like the Farseer put you through mental torment. What did she say? As I am a traitor, and my path is paved with the bodies of my kin. As I am an outcast who carries the blame for the destruction of my home, since I heard the call of our dying ancestors, I did not return in time. And it should have been me in her place. Pain and suffering have damaged the Farseer's mind. You could not have saved Kudarak alone. But I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. Earlet's own words make her shudder as she stared at the flame bodies of her brothers. Still, for as long as at least one child of Kudarak is alive, its memory will not vanish, and I am yet to reach the end of my path. Seed, planted long ago, is yet to grow, bringing forth the flower of truth. You can take the Farseer to the ship and say what at least one's left of her? It is hard to say how much more suffering her soul has yet to endure before we leave the city. She may even be devoured by silent flesh on the way, as forms like this make our souls very brittle and defenseless. But if you think there is a chance she can be saved, I will not stand in the way. There's only hope we can help her.
I always get the job done.
Oh, sweet. Just better gun. Better shooting. And cool. So we thought about Komara, but the medical treatment in this place is second to none. Do I want to give you this? No, I can't.
I always keep my options open.
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy!
We are called to battle.
Stop! There!
That shouldn't take all far too long at all.
I won't compromise my principles. I'll make it happen. On it. I'll make it happen.
Obviously, you hit it with a good old Hell
I'll see to
Zone
it
blitz.
personally.
Get down, combo.
I don't like that. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Fine, Reckless Rush, see if I care.
Cubs play.
Pick the Bloodthirst Experiment.
A pitiful attempt.
Damn it.
And is thunder. My strike is ruin. Our foes reek of cowardice.
Step forward. Turn. Earlet. Get comfortable.
If I must.
Sure. Mark any rank 3s. Gonna mark a rank 2.
I will not. I am not your ancestors guide me.
Damn it.
If it serves your cause. I deal death with my hands.
Join the ancestors. You are mine now.
Ay, ay, ay.
My Karamazai destroy the prey taker.
Look at him just ignoring the damage. Astartes' power armor hits different.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
Have him go over here. Hello, stab off. Slash off.
It is handled.
Off.
Watch.
I will have him dash away.
Try harder.
Or not.
Don't distract me.
Honestly, I don't really know how to use her. Parasite to the best of his ability, which makes me sad. I can do some shooting over there.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
Fine, and target that one and see if I care.
Your life is a negligible variable.
Bruh.
Request approved.
I do not fear a perilous path.
I'm thinking those bloodthirsty experiments do look like they're wearing craft water clothes, which is very upsetting. What was this? Oh, we'll find out.
You have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! Heal my wounds. I answer the call.
Yeah. Maybe have Pascal or shooting thing. There we go.
Condemns you. Activating full sacrament.
That's pretty good.
If I may.
Suffering will sustain me.
Oh, that failed.
A born predator does not become prey!
Oh, you already buffed, so
Who, if
you're
not
like...
me? It's as good as done.
So it shall be. Feel the icy bite of death! I challenge
You can't
you,
shoot it because it's
damned
prone,
it.
that's funny.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Not bad, not bad.
I understand your intent. I hear you moving. No more. This tedium has been tied to your death with my hands.
Flat. And splat. 345 damage.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. I understand your intent.
Last turn. As I.
I yearn for
Honestly,
agony.
just have him dash in and kill.
Isha, heal my wounds. I'm done playing with you, Faye. Oh, I don't think so.
Bruh.
With grace and malice.
Sure, whatever. Alright, Pascal's back down to slow movement. Cool.
My vow is to serve.
No
You're
one
like-
can do better than a warrior
Wow.
like your father!
What is wrong with this thing?
I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! So it shall feel the icy bite of death! The foe will become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Dodge and...
If only that were possible.
Right. No sight means she has
Give
to
me strength.
step outside. Not everyone close.
The craft world.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
Let those two
around.
fight each other.
Dearly for your actions.
Let's just get rid of that. Wow, okay, whatever.
I'll see to it personally.
All far.
I will carve runes out of your bones!
Very good. Now stomp this bloody thing. Okay, extend helping hand out and show you the way home. Ish.
What a peculiar thing.
Rosai's got broken
Success
ribs. I kind of
Is
don't
the only
care.
outcome I accept.
Is it wargled or a trap?
That's how it's done.
The strange capture emits a barely perceptible buzz. Its thick walls barely contain the sounds coming within. The sound of a living tormented creature. And observations. No like she's written in an angular but surprisingly tidy hand, as if the writer deliberated meticulously over every word. The notes are supplemented by diagrams and formulae. The Farseer's mind is aggressively resisting external interference. The mind maggots perished instantly upon being introduced into the system, which has never been observed before. Interesting. As punishment, the subject was placed in vibroshackles that chip away at limb bone. Mind maggot enhanced with power implants. Subject placed in a red-hot capsule during the introduction of the parasite. Despite the pain and parasite in the system, the subject succeeded in addressing the veil. Parasite destruction detected 2 minutes into its presence in the subject's body. Mind maggot enhanced with poison that suppressed the host's psychic functions are placed successfully inside its victim. The parasite's vital functions persist, yet with no sign of compliance on the part of the host. Unacceptable. Subject punished by partial skin removal and suspension by detached areas of skin. Experiment finished. Result negative. As long as the subject remains capable of combating the mind maggot's presence, pain is the only way with the suppression. The subject will be placed in a capsule with slowly rotating blades until further. Why resonance? Well, we need that thing.
I always get the job done. Just as I planned.
And out drops Eklendil. Despite his many bleeding wounds, the steady Eldari calmly straightens his shoulders and raises his narrow chin as he scrutinizes you with his keen gaze. Mysterious blue lights glimmer in his emerald green eyes. A monkey and an outcast have found their way into the heart of the dark city to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. So this guy's obviously a Farseer, because no one else would end every single sentence with, I foresaw this. You've foreseen our meeting, but not could avoid being captured? What is the point of your prophecies, then? Philip glares daggers at her fellow Eldari, but he does not look away. I'm glad our paths have crossed again, my child. It is a great relief for me to know you're alive, but what is this? Your soul wanders in the gloom, entangled in the brush of a despicable connection. It grows from the seeds of solitude, doubts, and fear. The thread of fate stretches between you and... Oh, let me ask around spare you from ever facing the Farseer's judgment. For our kin are intolerant of such aberrations make our souls fade, you know this. What's so wrong about our connection? The Farseer opens his mouth to respond, but Irla cuts him off. We are not here to discuss our complicated ties, Lontark. I have come for answers. I will have them. Herself a most amusing monkey to keep you company about. She understands our language and even knows a thing or two about customary greeting. Not that any of it makes her a worthy companion for you to have on the path. This is the Lontark who keeps me at her side. Were it not for her, my soul would have long left this body, or else I would have been devoured by many of she who thirst. I would never have learned the truth what happened to Krudra. Perhaps we would start introducing ourselves. Of course, the Lontark. One forgets one's good manners all too easily in the Dark City. Hirlet can barely contain her fury as she gestures towards her fellow Eldari. Standing before you is Eklendil Maresh, who walks the path of the Farseer. He is the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Krudra. He was, then. Either way, a monkey's name is not the kind of thing he would be particularly interested in. If you're expecting me to introduce you in turn, you'll forget your name as serenely as one forgets a troubled dream in the morning. Lontark. Now that is a word I have not heard in years. Another Farseer is beside you in the spire. Between the homunculus' torches, I was able to glance inside my kin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in the spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. Their memory in my heart. Get out here alive, their names will not be forgotten. Your senses fail you, Kendall. Then he died, but not all. And that turns around sharply and points to the game board containing Farseer's soul. I was unable to save her, but you could have tried. Aldaro Corsi looks and the game board. What is this? Explain yourself, monkey. And in God's name, You decided to torture one of my sisters. I read a Farseer soul is imprisoned as subject. Let every touch cause unspeakable pain to a mortal soul. Can you really help her? Or release her soul from its suffering, but last give it back her body's beyond my ability. And do it. I'd like to arrest the wretched soul and imprison this object. That blinks in surprise. In her eyes, there's a faint and fleeting trace of softness. I must confess, I've set little store by your species in the past. Perhaps in some regard I was wrong to do so. And Xenos nods in gratitude, finds a spirit stone on one of the homunculus' desks, and chants a few unfamiliar words, which your elucidator does not catch. Dark blood pours out of the game board in Ladari's hands, and as soon as he finishes his chant, a warm glow suffused the stone solid. It is done. You said it would help us find our way home. What do you mean? The countless hours I spent in the homunculus' cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, I absorbed. And I soon learned that the age-old gate built by our ancestors, hidden in the heart of the spire, a webway gate connected with the world outside. I can unseal it and forge your path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the dark city and leave this place behind. You must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm, my spirit is unbreakable. My body, on the other hand, will not soon forget pains and break. What's to the point of your question, Lantark? I can guide you to the gate myself. Not before I'll kill Maria. She walks past this Farseer, the all-seeing eye and timeless in the Kudarak, pours light of truth into Boston's world of fear and doubt. The Farseer is at your disposal, Dad. I feared this moment would never come. Arila takes a deep breath and looks in the Farseer's eyes. Look at me, Eklendil, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth. Eklendil, do not even consider hiding it. Sometimes ignorance truly is a bliss, my child, but I cannot deny you your right to know the truth. The Farseer tosses back his head, and his voice sounds like rolling thunder. Rolling thunder. When we found ourselves amid the stars of the stellar fabric, we encountered a monkey ship. A ship much too puny to take on our surrounding world, so we thought. Until the council was struck with a vision of the horror to come, this ship would be our doom, not only for us on Krudarok, but for all Eldari kind among the nearby stars, even for those whose paths stretch far beyond the stars. We could not allow such a thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierced it with 100 salvos, and then rejoiced. For among the wreckage, the Rangers found no trace of the foreseen curse. Asked around how wrong we were. Ships that returned for their reconnaissance to our starport were already carrying us on our way. The scratch from a passing wreck on the infective ash of the monkey ship that cosmic winds time dispersed. The plague crept into our home, and immediately began to eat away at the craft for its very flesh. In the infinity circuit, the souls of the ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously. But the world was falling apart and there was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, ground itself sank. Living things turned into a very strange blend of organic matter and metal, fought for a home until the very end. It became clear that Krudarok was beyond saving. The council decided to gather all who remained, board them on their surviving shuttles, and scatter across the galaxy to look for salvation. You said a disease broke out on the ship? There are keen people destroy my world, so you can follow their example? Answer the question, Eklendil, not for the monkey's amusement, but for the sake of those whose souls dissolved into infinity. At first we thought the monkey were in the service of the greatest enemy of our kind, the one who lurks beyond the edge of reality. And then the world's affliction manifested itself differently. It distorted Krudarok while avoiding encounters with the souls of our ancestors. We were waiting for Silent Thresh, destroyer of our souls, to burst our way in through the gaping wounds of the world, yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of the curse, even as we watched it to our home, though having lost all hope of saying it, we said the infected vessel toward Krudarok.
I am afraid you already know the answer, Elantark. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who previously owned this vessel and your entire protectorate, the monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
No. It's despicable, but you're a customer. He filled his eyes light with golden radiance. Waiter Clendil, shedding innocent blood will not bring our home back. Yolantak is guilty only of helping me to reach this place and free you. The blood of the executioner of our people flows through the veins of the one you've long saved. What has the monkey done to deserve your mercy? The woman's sparks slowly die away, and the fasting wearily closes his eye. Krudrak is completely destroyed? That's hard to believe. The burning took care of what remained, but that's none of your concern, monkey. If your kinfolk to Krudrak, how did you end up here? Our twisted cousins found our arcs in the void's cold embrace. At first it seemed they were going to save us, to extend a helping hand. I told them what happened to Krudrak and where to look for it. But our cousins' souls are dark and thirst of blood. First they seized. Drukhari massacred hundreds of thousands of their own kind for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the Farseers for their accursed experiments. Now I ended up hanging in this cage. Let's just silent for a while, Mrs. Colley. But a Clendil. How did Krudrak end up in the Expanse? This close to monkey ships and the Dark One's hunting grounds. That was the path chosen by the Council, my child. We had charted Krudrak's course among the stars for years. No one had an inkling of the terrible fate that would await us in the place that promised us salvation. One knew. Marcia looks away for a mere second, but an itching sensation immediately burrows its way into the base of your skull. Something is wrong here. The paths I have walked told me a great deal. See the truth where it is concealed, and not to hesitate to cut off the head of a lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. If the entire Farseer Council failed to foresee the world's doom, then everything the children of Alceran have been taught about paths for centuries is a lie. You are hiding something, Clendil. Speak. Speak now. How dare you take that tone, the outcast? I'm not obliged to justify myself before you, let alone protest my innocence. You've already told us almost everything. Why hold anything back? Marcy's emerald green eyes are filled with despair. We've been stealing Krudrak along its course, prophesied by the stars themselves, until Shield, tumultuous currents cast us to the edge of the Great Wound. A storm was coming, threatening to sweep Krudrak away from its path, and so the Council decided en route to safety, across the nearest islet of hope and into the place among the monkey known as the current Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became ever darker and more unsettling. Someone proposed altering the course. The opposing grip of a raging shower was blocking our path on all sides. Then the Council's opinion was split. A vote. Deciding when a difficult debate, for I believe the prophecy that promised us salvation expansion could not have been a lie. What happened next? We were doomed. We should have stayed on Krudrak. I could have tried to help those survive disaster. If only I had not chosen that cursed path of the home of Crawford, I could have at least tried to save someone. Wasn't it the Farseers who made a bad decision? What difference would it have made if you'd been on Krudrak? Let us mouth twist in displeasure. Farseers. It was not beyond their power. They led Krudrak to prosperity for years and had become too blind for what was going on around them. Had they not followed the prophecies the old customs required, had they changed course instead? Oh. There is no bringing back the past, but you can try to change your people's future. Rather stay silent for a long time, peering into the face of the Farseer standing across. Calm and collected, he looks prepared to meet his fate. Finally, Earlight replies, "We are both guilty, and both deserve a fate much more terrible than death. However, it is too early for us to leave this world before we have atoned for our guilt. Come with me, Clendil. We have a lot to do before the Great Oblivion. We will find our brothers and sisters and protect them from those who seek to harm them. As we find a new home." Words like a healing melody flowing into my tormented soul. First time, a slight smile graces the Farseer's lips. I accept your proposal, my child. Oh, no, I'm going to be lurking in the corner of the toy box. Alright, have fun. Hope it's not too untidy in there, you know how it is.
Well, what do we have here? Rise to the top, or get left
Vessel for pain. I am its master.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Whatever, give me treasure. I want treasure. Treasure.
I am not a vessel for pain. I am its master.
Immediately get shot by a trap that could have easily been avoided. Wow, we're giving a great first impression on this guy, I'll tell you that much.
I know how to take risks.
Speak, Elantark. You have offered me another chance. I must thank you. I can heal your wounds, not your soul. Take this and stay out of my way.
I can see bright colors again.
We even need to heal up
I
a
can heal
bloody
your
Astartes.
wounds, not your soul. You better hone your
I
skills.
didn't notice.
My patience has its limits.
I'm just gonna leave Masarai injured because I'm naughty like that. He probably deserves it. Wraithbone Woven Battlesuit heals wounds whenever you bleed. Assault Cloak after you perform a melee attack. What is this armor looking like? I forget. 15 armor against range attacks. It restores 0 wounds because he is not tough because he's currently got broken ribs. That's funny. The Ghostplate armor, dodge 50% of enemy attack. Honestly, sure, why not? Oh, did I not disable the trap? Oh well. Let's play a game of who's gonna get injured. Okay, so Masarai got a concussion.
You will pay an even
Here I got a
price.
scratch.
Not enough!
We'll be fine.
A pathetic attempt!
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Oh, and up to the main hall we go. Oh, we take a knife with us. Knife. Everyone's skirts do something weird.
This is intriguing.
Everyone got the funky leg. This is a very well designed game.
Just as I planned.
Well, I think the design's fine. It's the
Always
make.
keep your eye on the prize.
Take heed.
What a peculiar thing.
I'm standing on the blade trick line.
That's how it's done.
I will wipe your disgusting presence out of existence!
Oh, Ufa physically can't
Give
fit
me
through. That's great. So that's
On it. I'll make it happen.
marked as the kill zone, and oh boy, will it be a killing zone. Especially with how grouped together.
As good as done. I'll make it happen.
Don't dishonor the wolf with such tasks.
He literally can't move. Oh, guess he's gonna have to solo the entire other flank then, because I don't see any better solution.
None can die in disgrace.
Hey, I killed you, Theranos. You can get up now. You couldn't see most everyone. Cool. Get
I
him.
am not your Xenos pet monkey. This
Ooh, a heck-
tedium is beneath me. If I
Throw
must.
master, why not?
I understand your intent.
I'm a bouncy.
This can't be over.
If it serves your cause,
Bang.
another soul slips beyond the veil.
Bang.
I hear you moving. No more. Fall, creatures!
And we might as well just take out,
Ancestors, guide me! Another soul
bang,
slips
bang.
beyond the
And
veil.
we should have targeted another one.
I am not your
Peter.
Xenos pet monkey.
Which? Which is which?
If I must.
Next up is wonderfully crippled Yukari himself.
Behold!
I'll just stand past this then.
My reckoning will be swift.
Emperor, protect me!
No, please, I'm sure. They've even got like their little farming caps on. Anyway.
Wolves red will carve runes out of your bones. The fame-hungry town.
Who cares, lol.
Light like a bomb. So shall it be. Cubs play.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Man, why is everyone grouping up around Pascal? He's supposed to be using his electric gun. That's really inconvenient. Okay, so first of all, let's like get them out of here, please.
Another foe painted black.
Bad. And Hectrix,
Isn't
please.
this a job for the serfs?
Perfect killing
Oh, that
strike.
works too. Okay, but Shiva.
I understand your intent.
Bang. Apparently she can even get a shot off here, so... You know what? Why don't we do just that? Just
If
because
it
she
serves
can.
your cause.
Or not.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Might as well just let them all surround the giant wolf man. That'll end well for him, why not?
Yet iron knows no pain.
Now it gets in this massive movement boost.
Request approved.
Whatever, man.
Cogitation failed.
Flat.
terminated. Request approved.
That's decent. Oh, thank you so
All
much.
you've got?
I'll see to it personally.
Over here in cheer on Pascal. And then
My
Bark
gut
Waters in the
tells
wall.
me it's a bad idea.
Flat. Flat. That looks like it hurts. I mean, I certainly hope it did. Oh, I should have totally set up as a kill zone. Damn. Bang.
If I
Bang.
no more. This tedium is beneath.
Ooh.
Did the old father take your son?
Yeah, that works. That works pretty good.
None are better at searching.
Plus, steal and it's a subtle humming sound.
Keep
A
your
horrible
wits about
idea.
you.
Let us see what I found.
Make a joke about how, wow, don't these guys ever get bored of
Success is the
pain? But
only
no, I
outcome
think
I
if anything,
accept.
they're the masters of making pain anything but boring.
Just as I planned.
Oh wow. Oh fuck, I got like messed up. How did that happen? Well, this isn't Mail Diary. Anyway, wow, I'm an exemplar now. That's amazing. What does that mean? I like taking extra turns, get more movement. Okay, I don't need to read any more of them because I know that's amazing. Using my range of my abilities is good because I always feel like exemplar for Sorry would be critical velocity, increasing crit chance based on dodge is tempting. Ooh. Death dealer, definitely. New sight's tempting. Sure, why not? Exemplar Pascal gets Hmm. Pascal sounds really funny, but I am damn well it will kill at least one of my allies if I do it with Pascal. Cataclysm sounds funny though. Why not close-up scanning? Why not? As I get... Let's find all characteristics. Why not? Sure, why not prend the week? Bleed, Bloodborne, Bloodborne, bleed. Cassia gets... Why? They don't play anywhere. I think it would. Sure, why not? Plus 15 willpower is probably gonna do good. Can't be bad. Giving a plus 24 fellowship would be so unnecessary. Yeah, she's not really our diplomat. have martyrs. Let's just grant her a natural lure for now. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. And then, of course, Exemplar Ulfar gets... Termination, because he gets lots of attacks. Intelligence fairly. Sure, why not? You gained a third tier archetype. Can you really call that an archetype? Oh, whatever.
I always have a backup plan.
I caught sight of something.
I always get the job done.
Neither
I'm still
good.
new to the art of exploring.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
New to the art of exploring. No, you are not, love. You've been doing
Turn
this for a
your foul
while.
gaze upon me, or I will cut out your cursed eye myself.
You are a black blotch. My gaze is helplessly drawn toward you as to a grisly disaster. I want to look away, but the distortion of your soul is both frightening and mesmerizing.
Damn, don't compliment him like that
Success
too
is the
badly. You'll
only
get to his
outcome I
head.
accept.
Can't
What do we have
hide from
here?
me.
Ooh, blood drinker staff. Oh, what Calox feels like. Saying about that. Venom chainmail. Venom. And blitz boots. Range of dash is good. Plus 10% parry and plus percent error.
Just as I planned.
What's your
According to
stats?
Kakaku. Oh, whoops.
Rise to the top.
Thanks for disarming the trap
or
with your
get
face.
left in the dust.
Wolf. Let's just finish stripping the corpses because I have absolutely no dignity.
Stop! There!
Very slightly hidden underneath the abomination. Homunculus's guard. Hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm just looting your house so I don't think he knows. Hey, Tavantis! The homunculus looks up from the control panel and gazes at you with disdain from the other side of the impenetrable force screen.
You survived, specimen. What a woeful lack of ability to follow orders. You're supposed to die being an arena in the chasm. However, the service of Azeroth will soon remedy your blunder.
Oh, Tavantius, I have not missed you either.
Specimen, as you might have noticed.
The homunculus's limbs simultaneously gestured a massive construct sporting a force field around it.
This version of the Stifle blocks both the energy that bleeds in from the veil and any physical attempts to intrude inside this range. Your attempt at conversing is pointless. Simply continue on the way to your demise and do not disturb me.
Alphard's voice turns quiet and insinuating, and a smile plays on his lips.
Yes, you are safe now. Safe for now. But as soon as you step out from behind the field, who knows in what shadowy corner will catch you. Any step outside could mean your death. Then again, perhaps you will not come out. You might sit here for a day or two, a month, a year, forever, sitting and trembling, a small, frail inhuman trapped in a prison of his own toys and fear. Which of us is in a cage now?
Aventus' face stiffens into a mask of contempt, but his working limbs begin to twitch nervously, and his chest heaves with a mechanical creak as if he is suddenly running out of air. How strange. Next to this construct, my soul is both naked and swaddled at the same time. The colors around me melt away, and so do my powers. Oh wow, I actually succeed that coin toss? Nice. The stuff there is enormous and resembles devices you've seen before. There is no doubt that its purpose is to suppress warp manifestation. However, you notice a few details that are made out of step with the construct's other typical Drukhari design. Several of its parts were made from material foreign to Comora and fused into its frame by an unknown force. What happens if I destroy this construct, I wonder? You will give thousands of souls to silent the rest of Antark. It will wound one enemy to empower another. Once she who thirsts done feasting Comora, she will surely sink her claws into us as well, because nothing can sate hunger. Thank you for telling me that. Let's not do that. Xenos narrows his eyes and Hugh hisses.
You must be thinking the moment you do it, Comora would descend into demonic mayhem and a valorous rogue trader will have rid the universe for the vulnerable Drukhari and finally flee these dark halls. Before that happens, specimen, the demons that will arrive will rip your flesh to shreds and devour everyone in sight. And while you're busy writhing in agony, I'll have enough time to put everything back in order.
You don't seem to share your kind's fear of the warp in the slightest. Does it make you mad or simply arrogant? Xenos responds with a self-satisfied chuckle.
Fear is the reaction of a weak mind presented with the inconceivable. Even our masters are liable to it. Oh, the pains it took me to convince the Archon to bring the spirit warriors into the Dark City, and to then conceal the evidence of the dimensional collapse that destabilized the spire. I alone acted without fear. I delved deeper, as a sculptor delves into flesh. I've designed devices that stifle the breath of the unreal. I'm creating a weapon that will make the warp itself tremble. I'm using the raging power of suns as sustenance for my weapon. I know no fear, for in my mind there is no inconceivable, only the unconceivable.
You said you're using the power of suns? Does that mean you're the one behind the disappearing stars?
Of course. My masterpiece needed an unthinkable amounts of energy. But how could I let something trifling as the unthinkable stand in my way? The star you called Record was stolen at my behest, as women knew before it.
Avantis' gloating tone becomes insufferable. Oh, like it wasn't already.
Have you been to the world, your monkey knows Santiel's pride? I only recently took it to some of your busy spelling which gots on the arena floor. It was most amusing to watch your pathetic planet freeze to its very core. Oh, fascinating as a sort of voluntary sacrifice of the lives of several million monkey you can serve something as great as my masterpiece.
I see, I have other questions to ask. Why are you hiding behind a force field, Avantis? Are you afraid of me?
Think highly of yourself, specimen, but make no mistake. This one must make me deem you a worthy opponent.
Are the Irish prospector next to you?
Yes, it is. You had the opportunity to admire its potential action, didn't you, monkey? Are you senseless enough to follow Kekaros's example and experience my new grotesque abilities firsthand?
Until our next meeting, Avantis, it will be your last.
Farewell, monkey.
Yeah, I'm not so stupid as to unleash literal hell on a place full of, like, hell food. That sounds like a colossally bad idea, even by my standards. There was nothing back here, right? Maybe the platform. Oh, maybe there is. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Here we are. Marzai spends several minutes rifling through the items on the tables until he stops, having noticed something. With a satisfied growl, he draws a long, pliable, spiked whip from the surface. You hear a click, and an icy blue glow ripples out across the whistling surface, a slight crackling sound.
I did not find my shadow field generator, and my toxin kit is gone too. But I found my favorite toy. You know what this is, Dolly?
The object you call your favorite toy cannot possibly be anything good.
On the contrary, I have exceptional taste. An agonizer.
An electrical disintegrator that acts upon the nerve impulses.
This particular one is too fine a piece to be used in combat.
In a torture chamber, Yukari hefts the whip, clearly familiar with the feel and weight in his hand.
An exquisite instrument of pain. Total impulse control.
I can deliver sensation as subtle as a whisper.
Incinerate synapses.
Why is this thing so important to you?
Why? It's a precious artifact that belongs to me. I never reclaimed it before my kin managed to steal it. It's property of the Reaving Tempest and must not be allowed to fall in the hands of the other cabals. I won't dispose of him unless the spy will suddenly come under attack. But lastly, I can indulge a little sentimentality, can't I?
You may keep the agonizer. Razai weighs the whip in his hand once more and gives you an appraising look. At last he says softly,
You want to try it out? Demonstration?
I mean, yeah, kinda. Whereas it would be like an unquestionable yes if it weren't for my entire retinue is just watching me like look down at this electrical pain whip that will cause immense agony and seriously considering it after all I've been through. In character as someone who's like been tortured at least twice in their life, you'd think that after a certain point, like asking for more is just a bad idea, but also I'm terribly curious. I don't know. There's no separation between my character and myself in this playthrough, if I'm going to be totally honest. So, yeah, come on. Sting me, why not? The worst they can do is hurt me less than what I've already been through. Razai swings his arm without hesitation, and the agonizer's flexible tail twists around your wrist. At first you feel nothing, and a fiery flower of agony blooms in your heart, sending poisonous roots along your veins into every corner of your body. Your vision darkens, you gasp for air, and these threaten to buckle beneath you. And then the pain recedes like a tide, leaving behind a craze pounding your heart and aftershocks dancing in nerves ending.
That was mineral power. Not anything at all, I would say. You really think I would be in such a hurry to break minute? Let's just go. I no longer have any side for them.
Yeah, I was thinking that was kind of gentle. Low-key. Like, oh, I can fire up your nerve ending, and all it did was, like, hurt, like, kick to the head. And everything else for that matter. And, of course, there's someone waiting for us here. Hi. We were just showing ourselves out. Numerous glares. Damn. We've messed up on the second word. Numerous and I was about to do it again. Numerous glazes? That is a word. That's not what she's doing. Not even close. Okay, third time's charm. Imress gazes at you. The two of you lock eyes for the first time. An icy darkness shining in her stare. Worm, insect, you have the nerve to stand before me again? You should have gasped your last breath long ago. Very well. I will rid this arrogant monkey of her final breath myself. Elkon's gaze shifts away from you. Marisai, a venomous smile spreads across her face. My former dragon, my inept executioner, have you found yourself a new mistress? Marisai draws his weapon in a single fluid motion. Before your soul perishes in the maw of she who thirsts, I will teach it pain. The kind of pain you have never known in your whole of your existence, sister. What about you, child of Krudarak? How does it feel to know that you could save yourself, your family, or your precious craft? That spirit stone flashes on her chest, and the ranger's hands tremble in the grip of her rifle. Your death will give me no joy, Archon Imares, but it may give peace to the spirits of my kin. All those craftworld fragments, all those prisoners. Was it all worth it, Xenos? Spare yourself the struggle of comprehending the meaning behind my deeds, wretched creature. Krudarak was to be the key to power the likes of which the Reaving Tempest could only dream of. Majesty is mine alone to claim, and I will claim it. No, Archon, you are destined for retribution. Blood for blood. I cannot destroy your entire cabal as you destroyed Krudarak, but I have the strength to cut off the snake's head. Poor little outcast. Emma sneers at Irilad, staring into her eyes like a predator. The suffering of your brothers and sisters nourished us for a long time. Now you too will give me your pain. What do you need the Farseers for? Why take such a risk? So be it, I will humour you before death, if only to step out another shadow once and for all. I wish to orchestrate a little disjunction, and with my helpless brethren in my clutches, who are capable of tearing apart the veil with their mere presence, it could not have been simpler. When the time came, the Farseers would be my weapon against the Reaving Tempest's rivals. Under cover of the cataclysm, my blades would behead all those who stood in the way of my ascent. You destroyed your future with your own hands. When the truth became known, all the weapons of Komarag would turn against you, and against my cabal. And this coward of my dragon? You are too quick to call the Reaving Tempest your cabal. You have neither the ambition nor the vision to lead all these warriors full of lust for power and blood. Whereas I laughs mockingly. Dragging Farseers into our spire in an attempt to trigger a disjunction. That was your grand vision. It is a pity you have not bothered to lead a single raid in recent years. It would have been entertaining to watch you order a fleet to fly headlong into monkey structures and detonate their engine. All to secure a bright future for the cabal. I've grown tired of the games and machinations you have ushered into my realm. Prepare to die, Archon Imaris. Die? You are the only one who dies today. And after I am done with you, I will pay a visit to real space, to observe the terror and ruin wrought by my cabal. You know, Monkey, so many of your kind have had their lives cut short at the hands of their own kin. I used you to purge the ranks of the cabal, to clear all obstacles from my path. I used you to accomplish my goals. I colluded with your kind, despite your much vaunted hatred of Xenos, which ought to have prevented any of you from even considering such a thing. Rosine narrows his eyes. You purged the ranks of the cabal and cleared all obstacles from your path. Even in that you failed, you tactless wretch. I am still here. I will be the one to purge the Reaving Tempest of you. My servants are heading out on a new hunt as we speak. Who will become their prey, which lights will wink out in the void. How many monkey will perish in the darkness? You will never know. Marisai, do you have any last words for your sister? Now you speak only with the permission of your pet monkey. My insignificant little brother, you never should have crawled out of our mother's womb. Your existence traced to our blood. Marisai's lips stretch into the saccharine smell. My poor older sister, you still cannot stand the fact that I was born. But how can I be surprised? It is hard to think of more glaring proof that our mother considered her first attempt to continue the line of failure. Emma stiffens, and a moment later bares her teeth in a furious hiss. The Archon of the Reaving Tempest raised a hand to signal to her.
Your kind has no right to exist!
friend or foe? Oh, why am I even asking that question? Marazai talks a big talk, but he's so concussed he can barely add two numbers together. Anyway,
If not me.
smack you with my Wolfman.
I won't stand for it. It's as good as done. I won't compromise my principles. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
I'm in the area, but let me talk.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. Who, if not
Second
me?
boy.
See how the wolf succeeds. So it shall be. Hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
Kick, and they fall in their bum.
Predator does not become prey. You pay for this in blood.
And why would I do that?
Probably should have tagged him out at some point, actually. No, but I needed him for dialogue.
Watch. Warrior of angry. No. Build.
I'm shoot with the dam right now.
Perish for this affront. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand your intent. If it serves your cause. If I must. This tedium has been...
Can't you claim the bounty on it? No, okay.
Woe to you.
Kemorak!
You know, if you consider the fact that Kimura can swear, it's very funny that she swears a lot, don't you think? Like, actually, Yorima has, like, Urlet has a bit of a potty mouth.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
You become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I'll make you.
Nice. It's been a while since she used the stair. Huh.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Damage is negligible. Request denied. Actual program verbal.
Good.
Rusting, stinking sons of trolls!
Running binaric override. The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
What do you mean no line of sight? You can clearly do that.
Explorators know one route. Forward.
Whatever. Sorry, man.
Take your sight or your mind!
My vow is to serve. binary conflict.
Oh.
Skytia, my Karamite hide is strong! None can do this. This thunder! My strike is ruin!
Flash. Hit.
Disgrace!
Extra action.
Badass!
Slam.
Wolves reign!
Well, well, well. What do we have here? I'm no foe. Foe. Why was I even asking that?
I'll see to it, personally.
Oh, it's no matter to me.
I won't stand for it.
Way all the sign. Okay. No. Flash.
I will carve runes out of your bones! My instincts tell me to refuse!
Slam.
Our foes reek of
Step over here and don't give him a minute.
I'll make it
Oh,
happen.
let's take aim. Why not? Oh yeah, Aramis is here.
Is that all you've got?
I don't think Eugipus is doing anything.
Your last stroke. Try harder.
Yeah, how about we
It
like
is hand.
stab,
Revel in your terror.
stab,
Don't distract.
Flash.
Kneel before me, Precinct. Oh, this a strike. Oh, I don't think so.
flash over here.
Grace and malice. It would be beneath me to even attempt it.
Slam. Yeah, he's not hitting the damn thing. Oh, you can tell they claimed a bounty on that downed one.
I understand your intent. I seal death with my hands.
Yeah, that works.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. My heart sings with the thrill of battle. Fortune favors
Bang.
the swift.
Oh, two-third pussy monkey? No, I don't think so. I didn't even target the right one. Oh, okay, I'll turn back. It's cool, whatever. I don't care.
If it serves your cause,
Ah, I'd win.
this tedium is beneath me. If I see you moving, no more.
Bang. Bang. Doing penetration on the gun with 500 damage is just so silly. Oh, they talk like turrets as well. That's cool.
If I may,
I did.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Have those two fight or not? Fine, let's just have
Isn't
a
this
Eris
a job
not
for the
move.
serfs? I am a navigator, not a
Use me
serf.
last time out. I Because I'm nice.
Successful.
Oh. Oh, no, it didn't penetrate. Cool.
Running binary override.
Ooh, sucks to be you. Go for the throat. Bang.
Wolves rain. Carve runes out of your bones.
Can I ask you to move here? I can.
The wolf is on the hunt.
Flash. Or kick whilst we're at it. Damn, I was actually having to knock her down as well.
I've faced worse than this.
Heartbreaking, that's true.
On it.
Alpha. Plasma blew up. No one could have seen this coming.
Cubs play. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. Wolves reign.
I won't compromise my principles. I'll see to it
I'll
personally.
Cassie buff because I like her.
I refuse.
Marcus kill zone for what it's worth.
Who, if not me?
Yeah, no, keep attacking you. I'm sure it'll work out well for you this time. Bang. Well done, Marizai. You finally got what you wanted. Hope you're happy with yourself. Now, about those grotesques. Oh, no, wait, they're not an issue. You didn't just claim a bounty on them because your gun is ridiculous.
Another soul slips beyond the veil. I understand your intent. I see you moving.
Yeah, she just two-shot 2 grotesques in succession. That's like her average power level. Alrighty. Let's get out of here. Oh, great, these things. The Mandrake's words are barely comprehensible. The creature is clearly not accustomed to the tongue of its dark kin. The dragon didn't offer a sacrifice her. The dragon must become the sacrifice. Parasite places a hand on his weapon. His voice sounds calm, but his gaze is tense as he peers at the dark creature before him. You should not have crawled out to the abyss that your wretched kind call home. Consider our pact broken. Nazarkay did not hold up his end of the bargain, so I had to finish the job myself. Result matters not. The sacrifice will be made. Sacrifice monkey. Try and relent. I will find you. With a pure heart, I will raise my horn and praise the All-Father on a day the short-term scum dies. The foul Xenos may be a meager trophy, but he's still our trophy. Giving up without a fight, his talking mop is shameful. True. Lord Captain, these creatures, as if they absorb the colours around them and spew out darkness. I do not think they are lying or trying to intimidate us. They all come from the shadows, just like they came once before. Parasite stays with me. Away with you, beasts. Filth needs a lesson in the language of pain. Scripture, the tribe will find you. Yeah, whatever. I'm so scared of you. Oh, and more levels. Because of course we do. Oh wow, we can just level up anything. I seriously need 200%, how about we increase our conversion? Sure, why not? Yeah. Some more points in laws, you know. Yeah, sure. Inspiring trophy means she'll be able to get even more shots off every turn, which is fair and balanced. Honestly, your tech use keeps disappointing me. I get... Yeah, sure, more athletics. Fine. Making any slide is fun too, why not? More awareness. More awareness. Always more awareness. Why not? Not that she's really getting crits, I think. I don't know how her abilities work. Get more aroused. Ooh, that sounds great. Cool. Dermis has Harming Crown. Maybe. Agnes. Bladed mirror. Battlefield. Is all the incoming damage by 1%? Cool. 7% dodge the wearer and the ally. Interesting. Only +2 for you. Yeah, that's more useful. Why not? Let's learn. Things to do in Comorog. 1. Leave. It is no joke to say that anywhere in the galaxy is better than Comorog to be. You completed chapter 3.
Horrors of Camorra behind them.
Mora.
A long and arduous journey possible only with the help of a Xenos guide lay ahead for the Rogue Trader and her party. From one strange destination to the next, through unknowable environments, the mere sight of which could drive one to madness.
Look at us all.
Despite the challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back home.
Real space is better. Okay. This looks weirdly like Janice. That would be awfully convenient, wouldn't it? Moron's silhouette emerges from the dense foliage without disturbing a single blade of grass. He addresses you in a kiss-through tone of dissatisfaction. I sense your mind, monkey. Why are you skulking by the webway gate? Why have you come to Lothian in secret? Do you intend ill for us? Marazai shifted from Earlet to Marazai, from Marazai to Eklundor, and back to Earlet again. He exclaims indignantly, "By Asuran's grace, what is the meaning of this strange visit?" Dude, you would not believe the week I've had. I apologize for intruding upon your hallowed ground as where my journey from Comorra has taken me. You come from Comorra? Now I see. The gate refused to obey me because it was sealed from within. By the Dark Ones, no doubt, the Lothian was meant to become a slaughterhouse in Drakari. Moron's gaze bores into Earlight for a few moments in tense silence as he considers something in his mind. At last he says in a commanding tone, "Arrival is sudden, Outcast Earlight. Perhaps there is a purpose behind it. We'll serve your people shortly." Kinsman, a Clendil, helped us escape from Comorra. Moron exchanged long with the Clendil and says gravely, "Where Clendil's path and yours diverge, monkey. Stay with us when you..." Clendil nods. I am elated to be once more among those whom I shared Kudrak's time at Bloommoor. Of course, good luck, Clendil. Like you want Elanta. Mirror doesn't haste. Momentarily clouds the world around you, and that moment all it takes for Moron to hide a Clendil behind the veil of his Xenosource. Speak of my kinsfade no longer.
All that was meant to be said has been said. We send instructions to our monkeys, allies, to provide you with means of transportation. I'm pleased that our meeting cannot spill blood and lessons.
Oh, thank goodness she's still with us. Wow, everyone is here! Hi, guys. So, how are we all doing? We've got some new friends. I'd like to introduce you to a freaking Adeptus Astartes. And, Rosai's also here. Wow, look at our motley crew. Look at us all. Wow, we are... the beginning of a bad joke is what we are. So, 2 Psychers. So, 2 Psychers, 2 Eldari, an Astartes, a Sister of Battle, and a Rogue Trader, and what's it? Nurse Parts Trader? Network Trader? Walk into a bar. The Tech Priest does not, because he hasn't completed the protocol door opening yet. A high-ranking officer's been with genuine happiness. Damrock steps forward and solemnly says, "Welcome to the bridge, Lord Captain. Like the rest of the crew, we're overjoyed by your return to thank the Emperor for it." The crew stares in awe and terror at the giant towering over the crowd. Some make signs of the Aquila on their chest. Others collapse their knees with a prayer to the God Emperor on their lips. A wave of pious shock does not seem to discompose Ulfar in the slightest. He just chuckles in his beard and glances around curious. Razai's presence alone is enough to elicit gasps of dismay and whispers from the crowd. Yukari ignores all monkey reactions to his person and surveys the ship's bridge, examining every detail with a stentiously cool interest. His markedly casual posture is belied by the sudden unusual tension in his body. "Darlene, light in my eyes! I'm overjoyed to see you among us once more. Truly the Exalted One is merciful for showing you the way back home. I hope all the Ashmarks who left us the language that our Lord Captain avoided become food for the warp demons." I still kind of sound like Adira, which is funny because now I have to voice act Adira. Which means I have to do her accent again, which is really embarrassing for me. Lord Captain, I'm so glad to see you. I nearly lost it when you up and disappeared on me. I was getting by stimulus and recap. I barely slept. Also, I could listen to the keep listening to the whispers for any clue on how to find you. Only the other time I thought so passively, I thought, pardon me, Lord Captain, I'm talking nonsense. Mr. Argento greeted burning eyes. "Welcome back, Rogue Trader. No trial could break the will of the Empress chosen or stop her from returning to those who put our hopes in her." First off, how much do I know about my abduction? Not much, Lord Captain. All contact with your party was lost shortly after supposed pirates boarded the ship and abducted your companions' kinspeople. We immediately sent shuttles with boarding parties to your aid, but we didn't find anyone on the ship save for the crew, all of whom had either been butchered or driven insane. Your expression is inscrutable, but our eyes are fixed on you and you alone. Since your ladyship's body was never recovered, we hoped against hope that you were still alive. Alas, even our most alert auger operators never spotted anything suspicious, and thus our ignominious failure put you in dire peril. I will inquire what happened to you. Yep. My loyal servants, the accursed Xenos tried to take your leader from you, but their plan has failed. I am once again with you. Are you with me?
Get your enemies out from Valencius. Chase the culprits and we'll tear their heads off the lot of them and stack them next to your throne, Lord Captain.
The fierce officers grab their weapons as if eager to crush foes who dared breach the sanctity of a person right here and now.
This is so touching.
Where's my ship in all this time? The officers' council decided to take the ship to Footfall. When one can hear the gossip of the entire expanse, our agents tirelessly search for information about your ladyship. Had we heard even a whisper where you were imprisoned, we would immediately launch a rescue expedition. While you were absent, Lord Captain made every effort to find you. That resulted in a number of modifications to the ship that have significantly upgraded it. Thanks to a favourable deal secured by the esteemed High Factotum, the ship is now equipped with state-of-the-art auger systems and direction finders from Kiavagana. Ooh, that might fulfill that rumour we found earlier. That's quite enough fawning and fussing. I wish to return to my duties immediately.
But the crews overcome with joy and gratitude, God Emperor, unless your will is absolute. Lord Captain, the senior officers will report you shortly. Perhaps we received a number of astropathic messages and dispatches demand your return.
The group of Sephthas suddenly stirs, their movements frightening identical even for automatons. Staring in stone perfect unison, hello. Numerous have come to welcome you. I swear, every day you look a little more like the Void Dragon. We sense that a great deal has been done. Moved the imprint on existence. Something very important. What was it? I escaped from a stark city of the Xenos and showed them mercy. It suits you. What we see in you. Light and connections without the urge to destroy. Numbers said correctly? That the chorus, which sounds as a single voice, falls silent. Numbers appears to be waiting for your response, and you anticipate. I'm glad that you're learning to understand me, Nomos. Nomos are glad too. We must go now. We will come speak with you later. Another pause follows, so long the silence becomes more piercing than a scream. Then the servitors finally broke it. We felt sadness when we could no longer communicate. And we were worried about your fate. We detected a naked eye at the moment when Nomos leaves the bridge. The servitors stop moving in sync and slowly shuffle off to their posts. My swivelly chair. Oh, how I miss this comfort.
Your ladyship, I must report highly compromising information about a member of your retinue, namely Mistress J. Hidari, who it turns out is nothing of the sort, but a commoner, a fugitive from law, and a zert from the Imperial Guard. I have solid evidence to prove it.
This evidence is better than incontrovertible. Captain bows and holds out his to you.
All here, your ladyship. Issue records in the administratum, attestations in the departmentum minitorum, and much more besides.
Why is this such a revelation? Does it really surprise you that that self-made woman is a self-made woman? There was absolutely no way in hell she was a noble. We were calling her lady because that's how she introduced herself more than anything else. Oh, she deserted from the Astra Militarum. If she managed to desert from the Astra Militarum, live this long, and become rich, honestly, she's earned her lot in life. Who cares? How did you come to know of this?
In your ladyship's absence, the burden of watching over the dynasty's treasury fell upon my shoulders. I deemed J. Hidari the likeliest threat to the dynasty's material security. I had my people conduct an investigation, and they uncovered a past connection between Hidari and an individual named by Mercy, a highly influential figure in a Caspalica mission with a dangerous reputation. Fearing the predatory interests that Caspalica would pose a threat to your coffers, I began my own investigation. It was entirely reasonable to suspect collusion of some kind between Hidari and Mercy, and so my suspicions were confirmed. The two were connected. From Mercy's associates, I acquired a compromising intelligence on Hidari.
I want to know the details.
I overlooked some of the nuances, but I have solid evidence that the person we personally know as J. Hidari served in the 19th Ifrit Regiment, as identified as the perpetrator of numerous incidents of theft and smuggling as well as desertion. This individual is not of noble birth, but of the lowest origin.
I wish to see J. Hidari. We have something to discuss. Okay, what is this? You got yourself caught, now I have to tell you off in front of everyone, even though I don't care. Oh crikey, now I've got to give her a different accent. In it? Can you give her a proper low warning? No, that sounds kind of short. Oh, let's do it anyway. Shot me, did you, little wompy quester? Don't miss a thing, your servants, oi. And they're sneaky heads too, they'll come across us, find out what they want to, you know. I think we need to talk about your past. Maybe scum thinks he's Zerk. It doesn't have much paler than rock. Why they ship us?
Your ladyship, ask away. I'll tell it like it is. I'm not going to try to wriggle out of it.
Tell me a real story.
So what do you want to hear, Shireen? A children's tale about a beautiful princess? A ballad about a queen of thieves? How about a new story, Shireen? Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock. And the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. The girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs, on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her, and who would never know her name. She did this every day until she turned 16, and then his servants came and drafted the girl into the 19th Ifrit Regiment. Can you imagine? Of course, the regiment was wiped out on its first sortie, but the girl survived. The Exalted One protects. So what was next? Years serving in the Astra Militarum, just a shitload of hard labor, and fighting, and deals, and shady connections, and new opportunities.
And when she says 9 and fighting, she pronounces it 9 and fighting. I wonder if that's like an intentional accent part or not.
But everything in this world ends sooner or later, Shireen. The now not-so-little girl went and fell in with the Kasbalika. She saved up a little gold, and she even indulged in excess from time to time, until living the good life almost cost the little girl her head after her patrons got caught in an internal investigation between the Officio Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So the girl ran as fast as her little legs could carry her, until her eyes and the beams of fortune brought her
Yeah,
to
no,
the
it's
expanse.
intentional. You can't do that kind of thing
A
3
shitty
times.
story, all things considered, Shireen.
There used to be an Imperial Guard.
Corporal Haydari reporting for duty, ma'am. I've had enough of the Astra Militarum shit to last a lifetime, Shireen. And my body's collected enough souvenirs from run-ins with Xenos and heretics to last 2 lifetimes. Except when it comes to the Guard, there's no such thing as used to be. That wretched life sank its claws into me good. But that also means I remember what it's like to be a small, shaking, insignificant pawn. And that's why I appreciate what I have now, all the more.
How'd you get involved in the Kasbalika?
What? You think it's difficult? Once me and my fellow guardsmen snuck into the upper city in search of a good watering hole, where the high and mighty of that world congregated. Another time, our regiment was sent to defend the tallest spires on a hive world. And I had an epiphany. I saw how the other half lives. And by half, I mean the ones born with a diamond spoon in their mouth, instead of an entrenching shovel rammed up their arse. My eyes were open to the truth, Shireen. The Imperium is full of opportunities, even for people like myself. The trick is knowing whose palms to grease, whose boots to lick, whose throat to squeeze, and whose arses to kick. I was very popular with everyone in the Guard Command, you see. I'd procure things for them, whatever they wanted. And so the Kasbalika took notice.
I need to get that on a poster. You a deserter as well?
You know, Shireen, I could still be bouncing around from one world to another, holed up on tired old ships with only venal grunts for company, if I hadn't decided I wanted more for my life. I accepted a shipment from the Kasbalika of certain chemicals. You know, for carnal pleasures and the like. Some bigwig was throwing a party to celebrate his 5th decade in the service. And that's when I caught the attention of the newly arrived commissar. I was rummaging through the pockets of Astra Militarum with one hand, and shuffling the Kasbalican cargo with the other. You can imagine what would have happened to my head had the commissar not started with my higher-ranked patrons.
That explains the lung implant, but what about the hand?
It was orcs. Not everything I say is a lie, Shireen.
That's just like the one species we've not encountered in this game. Well, no, we haven't encountered Necron.
Whoop the fu- Never mind.
Oh, this girl is hilarious. What is this mercy that Damrock accused you of associating
We
with?
knew each other once. He helped me make the move to the Expanse and
Sorry, I was
established
thinking
my
of the
first
angel from
connections.
Overwatch.
But that's an old story I prefer not to poke at if I can help it. Things are good in my life now, and I don't need mercy.
Madame Tish. About your new persona.
Are you worried I'm going to start spitting on the deck and shriveling your officers' ears with my foul tongue? Don't be, Shireen. I much prefer being seen as a princess rather than a deserter. I'll continue to play the part in front of the others, but you wanted to talk frankly, so I've dropped the act.
Oh, I think we covered everything. Chanty duties.
Sir, yes, sir. Your ladyship, Shireen. I'll be here, all primed and ready to go.
Harry's lips curved into a faint smile now that the seal of silence has shackled them for years has finally been broken. What do I care that the woman whose job is to lie and make profit is lying and making profit? Like, boy, I certainly hope so. If anything, I'm kind of disappointed we learned her backstory. Edward adjusted his jacket before addressing you.
Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? We have a number of items to go over. Advances in flames, your ladyship. Squadrons and small groups of despicable Jukai raid over radar systems. Cult of the Fallen Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. We've heard rumours of the fall of Santiel's pride, House Quarters World. An outrageous sacrilege given how abundant and expensive Promethean is there.
Strife has broken out between House Winterscale and House Quarter. Chaos reigns everywhere. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it, concentrating all available forces of foot forward to draw them into a fist that will smash the rampaging heretics and Xenos. What kind of Xenos are attacking the Expanse?
Sorry, ladyship. Squadrons, both large and small, invading the Expanse. Unleashing carnage on planets, taking captives by the thousands, attacking ships. As if something has poked their nest, if you will, and now flashing out.
Boy, I wonder who did that. Not by the words of my dynasty. The heretics' malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic contact with colonies. The call to the final dawn are strikes everywhere, and their sleeper agents are active on every planet. On Vapor 6, a mutiny was crushed after a group of newly arrived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. Let other worlds stand firm against the onslaught of the enemies of humanity and do not succumb to their pernicious influence. The Xavier Calcazar is the Union defense.
Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Calcazar has declared himself Warden of the Cronus Expanse and issued orders to requisition troops. He has made Footfall his base of operations, as it was the logistically convenient point. From there, his fleet strikes through the Expanse, destroying the force of the Cult of the Fallen Dawn and a bundle of Jukai. He may be all that currently stands in the way of the Expanse being reduced to ashes. Where the heretics lay siege to Phrygius II, the held forge world of the Cognizance fleet, Lord Inquisitor sent an enormous force. Now they and the explorer squadrons were called from the front line to stand together against the heretics in the battle for the sacred planet.
What's the sort of strife between Incendiary and Caligos?
When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the Rogue Trader to join his forces, a ladyship in Quarter heeded the summons, while his Lordship Caligos Windscale ignored it. Rumor has it his refusal was defiant in manner and served as a pretext for Lady Quarter to declare war on House Windscale. Windscale's ships are being hunted and his world occupied under the pretense of compelling him to submit to the Imperial Creed. Surprisingly, for all this level of fighting, Windscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to intercepted messages, he and his retinue are currently on Quest of Timor hunting down Xenos fleet, desirable appearances.
Is there anything else I should know?
There have been other minor developments. If you wish, I'll gladly bring them up to you and speed on the bridge. I don't want them to take your time away from this occasion.
Thank you for the report.
Lord Captain, allow me to make a request, a personal one. In a way, the choir master received an astropathic message from Dargonis. Concerns my family. Versarains have been accused of treason against House von Valencia.
What? How is that possible?
I cannot comprehend it.
The Snatcher shakes his head helplessly.
Versarains have served the Rogue Trader dynasty loyally for generations. Hard to admit, but the news has come as a crushing blow. The accusation is levelled by, or on behalf of, the Drive Stems, governing house. In normal circumstances, the investigation would have required your involvement. The entire family would have been... Being of noble stock, the Versarains are entitled under certainly accustomed to petition for Rogue Trader's personal protection once in a generation. Personal protection. Denies it on our employee.
I'll the choir master send a message to Dargonis saying I will personally take part in the investigation.
Will be done, Lord Captain.
Huh? Okay. Sarah hardly enters the study, sniffling and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard. There are bags under her eyes, her hair is dishevelled, and her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces a crooked smile. Thank you for looking me out, Lord Captain. Here's the deal. After all that happened recently, the voice in my head suddenly flared up and started gabbling worse than before. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm handling it just fine. I think I know of a way I can get them settled down a bit. I keep having the same vision over and over again. I'm walking down the corridor, and there's this door at the end. And I just know that right behind that door is blissful silence. All I gotta do is reach out and open it. So I touch it with my fingers. I can feel the cold rough metal. And I suddenly snap out of it. And my eyes are staring at a wall in some compartment or other. I look behind me. And all the doors are way open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Oh, Captain, I'll cut to the chase. Please help me find that door. I'm not joking. It's a matter of life and death. My God tells me it's my last chance to do my powers, and if I don't... Before I make my decision, I have questions to ask you. Absolutely, Lord Captain. Ask me anything, I'll try my best to answer. What do you think is behind the door? I have no idea. Maybe it's some incredible implant to take these super good stores. I don't know, serum Captain Inquisition Vault. There's such things as architect, right? There's a bit lying around. Maybe someone could help me. I do is trying to maintain a facade of confidence while simultaneously putting a hangnail so hard a finger begins to bleed. Do your visions contain any clues on where to start looking? Vague ones, as usual. I think I can hear the muffled cries of some weird birds, and my head is sweating like a summer hot. I'm surrounded by rock creature of the Imperial stuff, except it reeks of burnt flesh, fire cables, and chemicals. Sorry, that's about it. Nothing more concrete. I think if we get close enough, I'll sense it immediately. A hot planet that's... burnt? Oh, burnt, yeah. Is the door you described similar to the door your whispers come from? No, I don't know. It feels different. One from the visions feels very, I don't know, real. I can't even touch it. It's definitely not an illusion. It really does exist somewhere. And trust me, neither of us wants to open the other door, the whispering one. What if it's a trap? No way, it can't be. Whatever, I'll go in alone if you like. Just please let me get there. I have no more questions. We have to find that door. You are too unstable. Yes, Lord Captain. I promised you I'll deserve a place aboard the ship. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know, right? Oh goodness, I'm having a conversation with everyone today, aren't I?
Dolly.
That makes you Colonel Ingrid.
I apologize for barging unannounced. I received news I must discuss with you face to face. You may recall that I mentioned that Kilius Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague. The colleague in question has contacted me. Provides my immediate assistance.
Who is this colleague?
Leah Lichtenhart, Sage Lord Inquisitor.
Sorry about Amelia, who is she?
An acolyte who was assigned a different range of objectives in the Coronis Expanse. Throw take me, I'm still trying to hide information from you even when I'm asking for help. Amelia is a sage.
Emelina?
Emelina is a sage. A unique acolyte to the Inquisition who can absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store it in her own memory more securely than any data crypt. She entered Lord Inquisitor's retinue before even I did. Talking to her is a strange experience, but as barely scratching the surface of who she is. Melina is an incredible scholar, an expert on the forbidden and the illicit, and of course, she's a loyal servant of the Golden Throne.
You say talking to her is a strange experience. What does that mean? Henrik locks his fingers and says nothing.
Since birth, Emelina has been different from other people. Lectures from the Inquisition enhance her natural gift of hypermnesia. Certain procedures that can be done. She creates separate blocks of memory. She can then lock under a code word or even overwrite with new information. She can organize her mind much like a normal person arranges boxes on a shelf. One box might contain information about recent missing in the galaxies, another the latest degrees on the Lex Imperialis, another her own childhood memory. The level of compartmentalization may seem somewhat insane to the untrained eye, but is at the price one must pay to turn an ordinary servant into a useful tool of the Inquisition.
You say the forbidden and illicit. What does that entail?
Melina carries knowledge that's forbidden to common servants of the Imperium. Carries this knowledge within herself. Cannot be entrusted to locks or cogitate. I said before that acolytes of the Inquisition must shoulder a heavy burden. To come into contact with things that can penetrate and corrupt the soul. For sages, this is an especially trying ordeal. Emelina's hypermnesia has been enhanced so that she now remembers everything she sees, however briefly. Many years of service she has examined and seen enough to become an unrivaled expert in this. You speak of her with obvious affection. Emelina was something of a mentor to me. She helped me when I only just joined the Lord Inquisitor's circle, taught me side techniques to maintain my focus and equanimity, trained me in the finer details of working with archives and data. She gave me the chance to unwind a little post by playing games of regicide. I believe I have a clear picture of Emelina now. What was her message? Emelina's message is incomplete and distorted. It is impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing we know for certain is that an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to go immediately to Ton 4, a remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help in evacuation. Whatever precipitated this quest, Emelina would not make it if it weren't absolutely necessary. I know Rogue Trader has more than enough matters to deal with. Nevertheless, I'd like to officially request the Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue. I have no authority to demand anything from House von Valencius. Therefore, I am confining myself to a request. Take the Cronus Expanse and the Imperium. Is there a hint of what exactly is threatening Tonfell? Avoidance of leagues. The details and objectives of specific acolytes shall remain a secret. All I can tell you is that the primary threat that Emelina was dealing with in the Cronus Expanse was Xenos. In particular, Drukhari raids on distant systems. A sage is ideally suited for gathering data about the chronology of this problem and finding appropriate methods of combating it. Emelina is doing on Photon 4 specifically? I don't know. I don't even know any details about the world itself. Whether there are humans there, so either it's been colonized or a garrison has been established there. The cult of the Final Dawn has been my top priority here, and my investigation has given me no cause to move. Alright, I shall help you. We shall go to Tom 4 and put an end to this. Thank you, Lord Captain. I am confident this minor deviation from our primary course will help to stem the spread of anarchy in the Cronus Expanse, if only slightly. At the very least, we won't be outflanked. I have already spoken to the navigation crew and provided them with the coordinates to Tom 4. Set course for it as soon as you give the order.
Anyone else? Anyone else want to step? Okay, here we go. Goodness gracious, this has gone from fighting aliens in another dimension to bureaucratic meeting about priority.
Enough, Xenos. We're done one way or another.
Although we like heretics bombing, not that you ship unscathed. The region developed an unusual silence. The officers on duty are huddling in the corners, looking on curiously what's transpiring in the centre. What is going on? Watching suddenly, the curious crew members dash their posts, leaving only the senior officers in the middle of the bridge. How long are you going to tolerate this filth on your ship, Dolly? This foul traitor has already been dragged you into the darkness once, and you almost let your protector without his sovereign.
Rogue Trader. Has Aldari heresy clouded your judgment? Treachery always means death, either for the traitor or the one betrayed. You almost died in Camorra. Your retinue, you know what became of them. Is it not high time that justice was done?
President not the weather sleep, you're not into it.
Now this is a fine spectacle. The human gets what she deserves. Let us all watch and laugh.
A wonderful path has led you into a rather thorny situation, cousin. You refused to beg for mercy in Camorra, and now you'll have to lick the boots of monkey.
Silence, yes, your time will come.
Ella does not react to the curses being sung at her. With imperturbable expression, she watches the crowd before her, then tender gazed. Anyone else want to share their thoughts?
You know, Lord Captain, I will support any order you give, but to keep the Xenos in a retinue, especially after everything has transpired because of her, would be wise.
The enemies of humanity have no place among humans. You know this. But death is far too merciful a sentence. What I endured, far more terrible. The high-nose behavior pattern of the Xenos entity and of specimens similar to her statistically leads to unfavorable and unpredictable outcomes. Making her bow her head to everyone is pretty humiliating for her and won't satisfy everyone. But... Do I throw my authority around and upset everyone a lot? Or do I make Ira a little upset and make everyone else upset a little? I want to see if she, like, dog-a-zerd in front of them. I'm pretty sure. Okay, come on, let's try it. Irilet will now apologize to everyone who is harmed by her deed, and that will be enough. And now the Asirani will work on her hind legs before the monkey. I'm glad I decided to drop by to see what the fuss was about. Irilet's face contorts in mixed emotions, from anger and hatred to dejection and despair. But soon she musters her courage and in a stilted, barely audible voice says, "My words will not heal the wounds on your bodies, and still, I regret what you had to endure, because of me. Words will not fix what has been done." The interrogator grips his weapon and hesitates, shifting his gaze from you to Xenos then back. Xenos' apologies ring hollow, and their repentance not true to them. Pointed by the outcome of the confrontation, he offers his presence slowly return to the chief. I would never have left you at their mercy. Of course not. Who are you? Are you alright? Monkey have had it worse. I will live, and the wounds of my soul will eventually heal. Will live too. Souls. Preferably. I like how she shrugs. She didn't used to shrug before. I will forgive you. Not all of them, and not a right way. Stop it. You cannot believe that. I do not need words of your comfort. Words these monkey do not touch me. Your thoughts matter than mine. You really not care what happened? Or are you trying to conceal your true feelings? I am sorry that my mistake led anyone along the path to the Dark City. I can see their pain, their rage. I understand. Words and pity will not help them. Only time and perhaps revenge will solve their pain for them. You've taken away their chance to revenge London. You now is wait. Time to get back to work. Red Light nods and gestures elegantly. Until we meet again, Alantar, and the darkness scatters into a myriad of new stars before. Oh, I love them all. She's so nice. You know, it's like really, I really warmed up to her. Abelard becomes an exemplar. Ooh, I could make him invincible. Ooh, passive regeneration sounds fun, but would you even benefit from it? What about invincibility? Why not? bit more damage deflection, because why not? House. Oh, 10 wounds. Make him invincible. Which does he have? He's 3 deflection. Nice. Did you get... Venice. Intelligent. Bishop. Mines. Bad. Ah, second sight. I'll conduit. Work. And as an exemplar, she gets psychic 1 specific. Malign influence sounds like an amazing fit for a psycho. Grab more now. What knowledge of the warp sounds nice. Stabilizing factor so she doesn't explode. Can you tell I was like really traumatized from how much she exploded in the other game? Because I was. Use some more perception, some more awareness. That finesse is nice. No, why not? No heresy. He wasn't doing it anyway. Hunt. I should have given your combat meditation, actually. Hold on. Anyway, yeah. You get... Death Dealer, why not? Just such a good thing. Lots of Lusty, why not? Madness. Listen, run, why not? Less armor is good. that. Narration sounds very wonderful. Using a ballistic skill doesn't sound useful. Using your crits is pretty good too. Superiority. Attacking bonus to crit shot. Or no. Attacks do not consume MP. Exemplar. Death Dealer is nice. Psychomajorus, why not? Give him knowledge of... Oh, why not? And Psychoterminus. Why not? Just make him a really powerful psycho on the spot. They get what? I've not used this weapon. Weapon? Wow. I respect these members of my retinue. I've not used this character once. Due to my embarrassment. Sure, why not? She can use. Oh, power's not bad stat to increase on the off. Lots of Weber skill. I wish I had a Weber. But no. We have a Poetry of Pain because she's fire weapons. Exemplar. Death Dealer, obviously. Just so good. That's not bad. Poison nauseousness is nice. Massive fire, because I honestly don't care about it anymore. Cool. Whew. I knew stream off with leveling is a bit whatever, but oh well. We made some good progress today. We got a lot done. We're finding out Chimera. That. We shall continue this another day then. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see